One thing about being a solo homesteader with a full-time job is that if I have time to do chores, I'm doing chores, even if it's raining. That's how I found myself climbing Manure Mountain on a rainy Sunday morning. This is a pile of manure that built up over the winter while Winnie was on stall rest for an injury, and it's down to about 10% of what it originally was. There were many moments when I wasn't sure she would survive the winter, so seeing her roll and get up with ease makes Manure Mountain worth it. A lot of homesteading centers around routines. I think that to be a successful homesteader, you have to take some comfort in monotony. Manure management is a great example of that. I clean the paddock 2 to 3 times per week at a minimum, and I pick out the stall every day. Winnie was very excited to follow me down to the end of the paddock. You might think that she wants to hang out with me, but she was actually just hoping that I would open the gate so that she could run around in her field. Unfortunately for her, the whole field is basically a pond right now. I should probably trust her to navigate it because she has been doing so without incident for 26 years, but I'm really worried that she's going to re-injure herself or exacerbate her arthritis, which hasn't been too bad lately, and I'd like to keep it that way. My next routine task was firewood. It's April and the days are a lot warmer, but I'm still using the wood stove most evenings to take the edge off since some nights are still in the 30s. I like to move wood up to the porch for easy access. In January, this would have been 1 day's worth of wood, but now it should last close to a week. Earlier this week, I suddenly had to move my maple syrup evaporator for no reason in particular. It was very sudden, so I kind of just moved all of the cinder blocks into a big ugly pile, and looking at that has been driving me nuts. So I loaded all the blocks up and reassembled the evaporator in my fire pit area, and now it's ready for one last boil next weekend. And then, though the rain was starting to pick up, I checked out the garden and the cold frames. Slugs have found the cabbage plants, so I refilled the beer trap, which is a very simple and effective way to control them. I then planted about 20 crowns of asparagus, which had been delivered the day before. There's a small patch of feral asparagus on the property that will have to tide me over for about 3 years until these are productive enough to eat. Some weekends are more productive than others, and this one was definitely not a record breaker. And that's okay.